Hello everyone, my name is Ralph Geronimo and I have the pleasure of being a business broker here in the state of Florida, the Sunshine State if you will. And for those of you listening where you're still thinking about snow shovels and snow blowers and you'd rather be looking at swaying palm trees over beautiful Biscayne Bay in South Florida, please call me if you'd like to establish a business here. And I have contacts with 250 offices throughout the world. So this is something I can do. And you can go to ralphgeronimo.com to find me, and then all my contact information will be there. Today we're going to discuss what you should ask for and get when negotiating a new lease, and this will be either for a storefront in a strip center with a supermarket or a department store anchored place, whatever you want to do, as freestanding building, your property that you want to make sure that you have secure for a long period of time so you can nurture and grow your business. And I'm going to talk to you about one of the covenants that I believe you should have in your lease. And the reason I know about these things is because over the years I was involved with site location, and I would identify sites for investors and build them a turnkey business operation. And part of my responsibilities was to negotiate the lease for them. And please know that I am not an attorney, and you need an attorney to actually draw a lease. But I would review the lease and I would make suggestions for additions and deletions to the particular lease, which made it very, very successful for the person that I identified the site and built the business for. One of the things I'm going to discuss today is what's called the federal government here in the United States. It's called the Consumer Price Index. And as that rises, many leases and their increases that you would experience as a tenant are tied to this Consumer Price Index. And I'm going to suggest that you have a maximum percentage that your lease will go up every year. That's aside from the CPI, if you will, Consumer Price Index, or what's called a cap on the price increase that you would experience the next year or the next term of your lease. So, for example, if the Consumer Price Index, the government said, went up 10%, I'd like you to have a cap on your lease of 5%. And that means that you have a controllable expense and that you can anticipate it for the next term of increase in your rental. And this is very important. And it still gives the landlord some opportunity too to manage his cost factors. So that's very important, the Consumer Price Index. Another one, and this is critical, is the assignment clause. Anybody out there tried to assign a lease to a buyer of your business and the landlord said, no, I'm not going to do this because I have absolute control over who and who cannot come in and have a lease assigned to and operate a business in my property? Well, that has been very hurtful financially because now the seller of the business who wants to assign the lease is held hostage by the landlord. And folks, it does happen. I have done this year in and year out during my lifetime, and I've seen a lot of heartbreak. So have your assignment. This is critical. I'm giving away now free advice, and this is only advice. Again, you should go to a business-oriented and business-experienced attorney to discuss this assignment clause with them. All I want for you to do is have this one sentence in there. Assignment of this lease shall not be unconditionally withheld by the landlord. Period. That's all you want. Assignment of this lease shall not be unconditionally withheld by the landlord. The permission for, and that's very, very critical. And you want that in there. And there's only a few things that a landlord should be concerned about a tenant. If the person is a criminal, if they are scam artists, and so on and so forth, and then the landlord truly has a right to say, no, I will not allow this assignment. So keep that in mind when you're negotiating a lease. So the Consumer Price Index and the assignment clause. So again, this is Ralph Geronimo. I'm a business broker in Florida, and you can find me at Ralph Geronimo, and that's Geronimo, ralphgeronimo.com. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again soon.